Hello everyone. Once again, a warm welcome to Microsoft Student Chapter VIT-AP University's official YouTube channel, and here is the part 2 of classes and objects in Java. So I hope you have watched the part 1 of that. If not, I would suggest you please watch that because in that we have covered almost the theory of classes and objects. And in this video we are going to do the demo of classes and objects. So for those who don't know me, I am Adil and I am technical team co-lead at MSC VIT-AP. So let's dive into the video. So before going to the demo, we need to know the syntax for class and object, for the creation of class and object. So yeah, just a minute. Yep, good to go. So first of all, syntax for creating a class. The syntax for creating a class is class and then followed by class name. These angular brackets are not there in the actual syntax. These are just for my reference that it's a variable, for it's my style of writing that. So this is mandatory. Class, this is a keyword. Class keyword is mandatory, and this shows that the name that is given here is a class. So class followed by class name followed by angular bracket, curly braces. This is mandatory. Curly braces are mandatory, and inside the curly braces we will be giving the data members and member functions. So I told earlier in the previous video that class have two things in it: data members and member functions. So inside the curly braces we'll be giving the data members and member functions. Now, how to initiate or how to instantiate an object? It is by class name followed by object name. Class name space object name equal to new. This is it. This is another keyword. New is another keyword followed by class name and this parenthesis and semicolon. These two things are again mandatory. This class name and object name can take any value. It's up to you. So, I hope it's clear, and I'll just briefly show that illustration of the previous video. This was the example that we took for previous video. Here these three things, our class name was car was our class, and inside that we had these three data members: brand, model and color. We had these three member functions: start, stop and turn. Okay, so I'll show the demo now. Yep. So this is a VS Code window, and I have created a new program called day1.java, and inside that I have class car. So this car is nothing but our class name. This class is a keyword and car is our class name followed by curly braces. Inside this curly braces, this bracket is actually closing here at the bottom. So inside this curly braces we have defined these many things. Now what are these? We have given string brand equal to BMW. So string is again a data type. We have various data types in Java. Like in Python we have various data types in Java, like int, string, then long int, etc. We have too many data types in Java. So for now we are taking string. So string brand equal to BMW. So this is nothing but our data member, and this is the data type of the data member, and we have assigned the value BMW to the data member brand, and we have assigned the model X7 to we have assigned the value X7 to model, and this is again a string, and we have assigned the color black to the color data member. So all our three data members are now defined. We can also give it in another way, like we can just define the values here, and we can declare the values at the call. That is another option. So uh, yeah, we'll do that later. So first of now we have we have declared all the data members here. Now we have member functions to be declared. So we have declared the first member function, that is star. So void means it's another keyword. It will be detailedly explained in another, in the upcoming videos. So we have void start. This is actually the format of function name followed by parenthesis is the format of a function. By seeing this we should be able to judge that we should be able to identify that this is a function, and function has two things, that is function call and function body. Now if you have function name followed by parenthesis and followed by curly braces, function name followed by parenthesis followed by curly braces, then it means we are defining a function or we are writing the body of function. So what is the body here? System.out.println star. So when the function start is called, this will be printed. This statement start will be printed. And we have closed the curly braces here, and we have again defined our next member function, that is stop. Again, function name, parenthesis, curly braces, and inside the curly braces we have given our statement function body, that is system.out.println stop. And we have our next member function, that is turn. Again parenthesis and curly braces, inside that we have given system.out.println turn. Fine. So we have actually defined our class, and we have like enclosed the car class with the curly braces. So after this curly braces, whatever you write, it will be invalid. If you write something string, um, what's it? Again, put string b equal to abc. If you write something like this will be invalid. This won't be a part of this class. This will be like syntax wise it will be correct, but it will show a runtime error because this string b is not a part of any of the class, so it will show an error. So now let's move on to the our main class. So this class is optional. Like if you are dealing with object oriented programming, then only you have to do this class like separate class. But this public class is mandatory for all the programs, irrespective of if it is of OOPS like object oriented programming or it is a normal program. This public class is main, like mandatory. So we have defined the public class day one. And the thing to note is that file name and the name of our public class should be same. And inside the public class, again we have written a main function or main method. This main method is again mandatory. With inside this main method only we write our main whatever like object creation or whatever print statements, or like in a normal program whatever we write inside this main function, main method. So here in the main method we have defined car x equal to new car. So this is class name, as I told in the slide earlier. This is class name followed by object name. X is our object name equal to new. Then this is our class name again followed by parenthesis and semicolon. This is also called, this class name followed by parenthesis is also called a constructor, that will be dealt in the upcoming videos. Fine. So we have defined object X, and we are trying to access the data members, that is brand, model and color, with the help of this X. That is actually the concept of class and object. So when you do this system.out.println x.brand, so this X is mapped with this car class, and inside the car class we have this brand, we have this data member called brand. So when you try to access x.brand, it will display BMW because we have already defined the value of brand to be BMW inside the car class. Fine. And we have also and the next line x system.out.println x.color. X.color, again X is mapped with car, and inside car we have a data member called color, and it has a value black. So when you try to give x.color, it will again print black. Now we are going to access the methods. We wrote actually 3 methods in it. We are trying to access only 2 as of now. So again we have object name dot the method followed by semicolon. So this semicolon means that when you have function name followed by parenthesis followed by a semicolon, it means that you are calling the method which is already defined. When you are defining a method, we give curly braces, and when you are calling a method, we give semicolon. So when we give x dot start, so x is again mapped with the car class, and this start is a method inside the car class, and again this x will search for a start method inside the car class, and we have a start method in it which gives system.out.println start. So when you give x.start, it should print star because that is the function body. And now again we have x.stop. Again x is mapped with our car class, and stop is a method inside the car class followed by semicolon, which means we are calling the function right now. So x.stop will again give the corresponding statement inside the um, function method stop. So inside stop we have written system.out.println stop. So it should give our output to be stop. So now let's try to run this program. So we are running the program. Yeah, we got the values. The first thing we printed was x.brand, and we got the value BMW, which is exactly the same value that was stored inside the car class. Now the next thing we printed was system.out.println x.color. That is again it gave the output to be black, which is again matching with our value of the data member. Again, now for like when you're calling a function, we didn't give this print statement here because inside the start method we had already given the print statement. So only because of that we didn't give system.out.println x.start. So x.start will the cursor will move from here to the compiler will move from x.start this line, the 23rd line. From the 23rd line, the compiler will move to the 5th line and it will execute this statement. Fine. So x.start will give the output star. Now x.stop. Stop is again a method inside our car class. And so when the compiler reaches to this 24th step, the compiler will move from 24th line to our 8th line, which is the definition of stop, and it will execute the whatever statements are written inside the stop method. It will execute that, and our output will be stop. Now I told one more thing earlier, that it's not necessary to declare the values inside the class itself. You can give the values in the main method also. So let's just try that. So I'm just removing this value here. So it's string model followed by semicolon. In Java, every statement should end with a semicolon, unlike Python. In Python, we didn't need to use the semicolon, but in Java, after every line of code, after every statement, we should give semicolon, which shows that the line is done, and it will proceed to the next line. So we have initialized the model data member here, and we are going to assign the value of model inside this main method. So let's give some random value. We'll give the same value here. So we'll give, now if we give model equal to x7, it will again raise an error because this model is not a variable inside this main class. This variable called model is present inside another class. So we need to access, or we need to assign, or we need to modify this value of model with the help of x, which is our object. So if you give x dot model equal to x7, it will run. Now we are just printing the value here. So system.out.println, if you give x dot model, it should print x7. Yes, it is printing the value. So you can either assign the values to the variables inside the class, or else you can assign the values in the main method itself, main method, or the main class. But the thing to be noted is that when you are defining it inside the class, there is no need of object. You can directly give the data type and followed by um, our variable name equal to whatever value we need to give. So that is in the case of when we are declaring it inside the class. But when we are declaring it outside the class, or else we are declaring it somewhere in another class, we need to assign the value to the variable with the help of object. Then only it will be valid, or else it will be invalid. So I hope things till now is clear. So we'll come up with the next topic in shortly, very shortly. We'll come up with the next video. So that's it for today. Thank you.